Welcome back to this new review on Gadget Chicken after such a long time, and this time I'm going to review a very cool stuff. This is the DIY TinyArcade kit. It's made by TinyArcade and it was actually made in the USA. It costs about $60, so it's not cheap at all, but it's a really cool gadget, and as a gadget lover and collector I had to get it. So here's the unopened box. Let's see the features. It can be assembled in less than 10 minutes with only a screwdriver. It has a clear case, a micro SD slot to add more games or even video because it plays videos, rechargeable battery, joystick and 2 buttons, basically like an NES or Master System, USB port for charging and update, and a built-in speaker. And it's preloaded with 3 games. Let's open it up. Lift here to see the components. Okay. Wow. Here's the device itself. Again, the features and the preloaded games. There is Tiny Shooter, which is a basic space shooter, Tiny Tris, it's a Tetris clone obviously, and Flappy Bird Z. And you can download more games or even create your own, because it's an Arduino compatible system. Okay, let's open it up. This is the first time I'm opening it, so I don't know what's inside yet. Okay, this is the manual. It shows how to assemble it. This is the case itself. And we have cool stickers for the TinyArcade. Wow, it looks really good. But I think I will keep the clear design. And here's the device itself. Well, this is something. This is the battery. Here's the screen and some other stuff. This is the main board itself. Alright, here's the tiny CPU and let's assemble it. I have assembled the screen, battery and the speaker, and as you can see it works perfectly. Let's try the buttons if they work. Yeah. Oh, I'm very excited to try it. And now the best part. Look at this. Oh, it feels great. This is the only reason I bought this. Took more time than expected, but here's the result. My cool, mini, tiny, micro, little arcade system. It's ready to use, so let's turn it on. It doesn't have any back, and this is how you turn it on. And the little one is the sound switch. Well, it is so tiny that it will be quite difficult to record it, but I'm making a try. Let's try Tiny Shooter first. You can add coins with this button, the right button. And here's the game. Very, very low resolution, but also very cool. Okay, it's almost impossible to play like this. Okay, let's see the other games. Here is Tiny Tris. Oh, what a great graphics. I mean, really, for such a device, it looks great. Well, it's just basic Tetris. Once you clear a line, it disappears. Very basic, but fun. The controls are not as bad as I expected. Alright, it's still a very little stuff and it's difficult to control, but for such a small device, it's not that bad. Alright, let's move on. I'm not sure if I have to turn it off and on every single time, but I haven't found any reset function yet. Here's Flappy Birds. Well, doesn't really feel like Flappy Bird. I mean, the bird is not really accelerating. Oh, what's with the screen? It's much easier than the original one. Okay, it's a fun little game. But there are much more games to explore, so let's see what we can do. I have added all the games and demos available to micro SD card, and let's check it out. Alright, this is the most interesting one. This is the 3D demo, which is an engine basically for a Doom-like classic shooter. As you can see, the walls are textured, which is quite impressive, and it runs very smoothly. This is not an actual game, just a demo to make your own first-person shooter. Unfortunately, no one has ever made one, so I might be the first one. It's very cool. Second is driver demo. This is again just a demo instead of being an actual game, to make your own driving game. And as you can see, there are preview videos here at the game selection. It doesn't have any sound, but it also runs very smoothly. These settings are a bit too fast for me, but as a tech demo, it works very well. Can't wait to make my own game. This is Kimono Rouge. And finally, this one has music. Here's the title screen. Very nice one. And this is where you can start the game. Well, I'm trying not to cover the screen, but it's so tiny. It's an RPG style dungeon crawler with very impressive features for this device. I mean, it seems very complex. I haven't played too much so far, but it's truly impressive. Here is Liana, where you have to get as many people as possible without getting caught. And I'm caged. Look at that text. Oh man, almost impossible to read. Wow. Cool. Here's some story. And it's a shooter platformer. It runs very, very smoothly. It's a little difficult to play while recording, but probably you see what kind of game this is. Super Otimi. This is a little basic platformer. This is the Super Mario of TinyArcade. Here is Tiny Asteroids. It's a fair implementation of the classic game. Oh, it's a little different because you can go in 4 directions instead of any. Here is our breakout clone, Tiny Brick. This is Tiny Run. It's an endless runner basically. And I'm already dead. This is Tiny STG. Very cool space shooter with boss fights, different kinds of enemies and stuff like that. I'm feeling like I'm in the arcade. Last game to show is Gadget. To be honest, I have no idea how to play this. I don't know the rules. But it works. I have no idea what to do here. The last one is the video player. This is the first time to watch Gadget Chicken on a small arcade machine. This is one conversion which doesn't seem to work, but the other one works perfectly. Look at that. How cool this is! This was the DIY TinyArcade kit from TinyArcade. You can buy it from their website. I will put a link in the description, and if you like it, buy it. See you next time with other cool gadgets and stuff.